Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about job interviews and rejections from jobs. So we all know that getting an interview in the first place can be really exciting, but it's also incredibly nerve-wracking. I recently had a second interview for a position here in Reykjavik. Now this job was not necessarily my skill set and my education background, but it was something that I could definitely do, and I was very willing to learn and push myself to further my skill set within it. I knew that there was one other person up for this position, and through a few discussions, it turns out, Iceland being such a small place, that we actually knew who this person was and knew that their background was exactly this job title. So going into this interview, I tried to keep an open mind and be as positive as possible, but I also knew that this person was an expert and would be the best candidate for the position. That being said, I gave it my best shot. I went in there as prepared as possible and delivered the best answers to the questions that they asked me, and brought some of my experience to the table as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get the position, and they phoned me up last Friday to tell me this. On the phone, I asked for a bit of feedback, and the woman that interviewed me gave me that feedback, which was very positive and explained exactly the reason. The reason being that my software background wasn't up to the same standards as the candidate that they had decided to go with. And that's absolutely fine. I did do my best, and this just wasn't the right job for me. But having said that, of course it was a knock to my ego, and it was difficult to take. I do wish the candidate that got it the best of luck in the position, and I'm back to the drawing board, which is fine. So today I want to go through a couple of points to help you guys if any of you are also going through job searches, interviews, and possibly rejections as well. So if you got through the first couple of rounds of interview and so on, you probably got to know the members of staff, the team that are interviewing you, and the chances are they've got to know you a little bit too. So feel free to email them with a follow-up kind of thank you email, but also maybe ask for a bit of feedback in that email as well. Would you be able to share what I could have done to present myself better as a candidate for this role? I would appreciate any feedback you can provide. There is a chance that they don't necessarily give you that feedback, maybe because they feel it's a liability, or also because they don't have time, and that's okay. Take the time right now to go through the experience and reflect on what might have gone wrong. Think about how you can improve for the future so that you're definitely prepared for the next interview that you'll have. So in hindsight, did it go as well as you thought it did? Try and be really honest with yourself. Go through everything from what you were wearing, if you were prepared, you had your CV with you, everything was printed neatly the way you wanted it to be. Were you on time? Did you research the company? Did you fully understand the position that you were applying for? Did you have good questions to ask them at the end of the interview? Go back through your resume and CV, maybe even the cover letter as well. If there's any glaring typos or spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes, this is quite often a big reason that employers either don't call you back for a second interview, or possibly HR or one of the people that are interviewing you isn't so keen on you. Sometimes it's not necessarily about what you did or what you could have done differently. You don't necessarily know what's going on in the company, behind the scenes. There's maybe nothing more you could have done. And if you reflect on your experience and really genuinely think that there's nothing more that you could have done, or there wasn't any real crucial errors there, then maybe there genuinely wasn't anything more that you could have done. Maybe it's just a case of the candidate that they did go with had 1 more year's experience than you, or slightly better software skills. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't get too stressed. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't take it too personally. Everyone goes through this at some point in their career. Move on to the next job application, because the right job for you is still out there. And finally, realise that the hiring process can take quite a lot of time. Of course, the job search is really stressful, and if there aren't a huge amount of openings in your industry or skill set or field of interest, then it is a lot more stressful. But try and have an open mind, look out for the opportunities and different open doors out there, and you'll find something. It's really important to stay optimistic, have an open mind, stay positive, keep a positive attitude, apply for multiple jobs within the same area, approach companies even if they aren't actually advertising. Focus on yourself, continued learning and pushing your own skills, staying up to date and relevant. Keep your CV and resume up to date and make sure that you are on LinkedIn and you're keeping that up to date as well. Practice makes perfect, so do mock interviews with family or friends. And network, because quite often it's about who you know. So I'm heading off to do another couple of job applications. I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Keep going with it. You will definitely find a really good job out there. And feel free to comment down below with your stories of job interviews, job rejections, anything you're going through right now, and let's get through this together. Thanks for watching, give it a thumbs up, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.